Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faris Hakimi bin Yahya with metric number 047236. So my research title for China's foreign policy is Implication of Trade War between China and US towards Southeast Asia. So going for the abstract, in this study, researchers have chosen the title of the trade war between China and the US that will have implications for Southeast Asian countries. This title was chosen based on topic 3, which is the trade war between China and the US. This study has set some research objectives and questions to help researchers find answers based on selected topics. Not only that, literature review is also used as reference material to help researchers. Researchers Researchers have focused on Southeast Asian countries such as Singapore and Indonesia as the main focus. We already know that the trade war between China and the US has been going on for a long time. President Donald Trump in the 2018 began setting tariff and other trade barriers on China with the goal of forcing it to make changes to what the US say are unfair trade practices. Among those trade practices and their effects are the growing trade deficit, the theft of intellectual property, and forced transfer of American technology to China. So going for the introduction, the trade war between US and China is a current ongoing economic dispute between China and the US. Trump has been imposing tariffs to eliminate the United States trade deficit and encourage domestic manufacturing since the 1980s, saying that the nation was being ripped off by its trading partner, which is China. China-US trade has had a negative impact on both the American and China economies. This has contributed to higher food costs in the US and financial struggles for producers and manufacturers. In China, industrial activity has reduced economic development and inflation to its lowest level in decades. This has caused economic harm in many countries, though some countries have benefited from increased production to fill the gaps. The trade tension between US and China had added rocket fuel to the rise of economies in Southeast Asia. American tariffs on Chinese-made goods have accelerated the shift of contract manufacturing to countries in Asia, and going for the research objective to analyze about impact of Indonesia regarding to trade war between China and US. The second one is to study about impact from trade war between China and US towards Singapore. So going for the research question, what is impact of Indonesia get from trade war between China and the US? And the second one is how will US China trade war affect to Singapore? And the researcher have found 5 literature review from the article Economic Impacts of the Possible China-US Trade War. Secondly, from China-US Trade War and Indonesian perspective. The third one is Understand the China-US Trade War. The fourth one is Understand the US-China Trade War. And the fifth one is article regarding Understand the recent Sino-United States trade conflict. And going for the impact towards Indonesia, for Indonesia, China and US are two of its primary exchange accomplices, and the multiplier impacts of the trade war has squeezed the capacity to accomplish Jakarta's ideal development target. And for Singapore, there are two major impacts of Singapore because of trade war, which are first and foremost impacts to Singapore relationship between China and US because China and US are very good partners of Singapore, and the second one is uh, because of the economies. Singapore depends on trade between China and US. So for in conclusion, Southeast Asia is not safe from the effect or impacts of China-US trade war. The benefits and advantage might take a long time to fully come into effect, and until then the region of Southeast Asia may suffer in the short run from the trade volume and lack of investor confidence. That's all from me. Thank you.